Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to the channel of chilled, relaxed, playing content where we talk about our plants and we just try to grow them the best we can. So, it is winter. It is. But spring is coming. So, as a planty person does in the cold months, we kind of browse Instagram and we look at all the warmer climates and all their beautiful plants and how they have them displayed and everything. And it leads to the creation of like a plant wish list. So, yeah, I I have created a little plant wish list over the past couple of weeks and months, and some of them I've had on there since like last year. But yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do this year coming up, I kind of got a little bit of inspiration from Botanical Brunette. She lives in Florida and she does like a monthly wish list plant buy. And she can do it all year round because she lives in Florida and the plants there are beautiful and her plants and her aesthetic is beautiful. But I don't live in a warm area and it gets cold here for quite a bit. But I think for this warm season in my area, I think I'm going to do like a monthly wish list plant, maybe. Depending on prices, like, I'm not going to go wild. But I have a list, I think there's 8 plants on the list, and that's about how many months there are where shipping and receiving plants in the mail like works for me in my area. So yeah, I'm gonna share with you my little wish list plant. Now these don't include Hoya because Hoyas, they're like their own category. Do you see these shelves back here? These are like my Hoya shelves, and the wall that's over there has 4 4-inch pots on each little section, right? On this wall of shelving, there is 2 plants per shelf. So I can get like a lot more Hoyas. And I have a bunch of Hoyas behind you on the table propagating. So that's why we're not gonna like discuss the Hoyas yet. We're gonna see what propagations make it, pot them up, fill out this wall, and then start filling in the spaces that I have with wishlist Hoyas. So, yeah, just we're not including Hoyas in this video. There are too many, and that would be a very long video. But anyway, I'm gonna put the picture up here, and we're just gonna get through it and get to it and through it, okay? And we'll see if I can find these plants this year and each month, and we'll see what happens in the warmer season in my area. I hope it would be great. Yeah. Okay, so the first plant on my wish list has been on my wish list for quite a while. It is the chocolate aglaonema. I have my list here because, that's what you do. You make a list. Anyway, this plant is gorgeous. I love the pink venation in the dark, almost chocolatey looking brown leaves. And I want to incorporate that into like my aglaonema bouquet. I think it would look really good. I know it would look good. I don't have to think about it. I know it would look good. But I haven't been able to find it. I know some people have found it at like their Lowe's or their Walmarts. It's not up here in the Northeast. We haven't found it there. Maybe this summer or spring it will happen. Or maybe I'll just order it online. We'll see. Who knows? Okay, the next wishlist plant is the tricolor aglaonema. Again, it is beautiful. I've only ever seen people like have to order these. I've seen a couple of people import these, and I'm not sure that I want to do that. Aglaonemas, for me anyway, don't do so great unless they're growing in water. I doubt they would do great if I put them in the mail for a couple weeks. So I'm gonna see if I can try to find one locally or just in the States maybe. Something that would only take a couple days in the mail, and then I can transfer it into water and grow it hydroponically. But yeah, I think that would just also look so pretty. Can you just picture it? The chocolate aglaonema with the tricolor with all of my other aglaonemas. It would be beautiful. It really would. It would. Alright, the next plant on my wish list is a replacement plant. That is my Stephanopsis floribunda. I think it's called like the jungle jasmine or something like that. They have really nice long oval leaves. they put out these beautiful white flowers. They're so floral. They smell so great. And I accidentally overwatered it or underwatered it and then overwatered it. It's dead. I thought maybe the base of the plant would grow back. It did not. It has not. So I'm going to have to purchase that again. I was able to find that locally when I lived in New Hampshire while I was going to school. But I've never seen it around here. Again, there's always hope in the spring. We get some new plants, new planty varieties. But I know Logi's has it. So I'm just kind of like waiting for the weather to warm up. I'm definitely going to be buying that plant. I'll probably buy like 2 little starter plants and put it in my big 6-inch pot that I have for it. And yeah, grow that baby back out and hopefully get it to flower again. It was so nice. And it flowers for a while. Like the blooms stay going. They put out blooms for a while. I highly recommend that plant. Yeah, so that's what I want. I want it back. I miss you. I miss you. All right, the next 5 plants on my wish list. There's a total of 8. So the next and last 5 are all philodendrons because I don't know. I like them. I'm really getting into the climbing philodendrons. I have them on the top shelves of all of my plant shelves in here. And I just really like how they're growing up. It gives them a good like 3 feet to grow vertically before they hit like my ceiling. And I want more. I want more. So the first one on my list is the philodendron Bobby C or Bob C. I don't know why I want to say Bobby C. It's Bob C, and it has the serrated leaves. They're long. It's a beautiful plant. Beautiful. I don't have a leaf shape like that in my philodendron collection, so we need to get one. So yeah, beautiful plant. Beautiful. All right, the next philodendron on my list is the philodendron rugosum. Rugosum, yeah, and I love that leaf. I love it. It looks so textured in all of the photos and videos that I've seen it. It has like a heart-shaped leaf. It's like a elongated heart shape. It's like round at the top and it gets a little tapered at the bottom. Beautiful plant. Beautiful. I want that textured leaf. I want to feel that leaf. It gives me the vibes of like a Monstera Peru, but the bubbling, I guess, and I know that's not the real word, but the bubbling of the Monstera Peru, just more compacted and smaller. Like, and I just want to feel that. That's how it looks to me, and I want it. It is a beautiful plant, and I need it. I'm gonna say beautiful, cute, amazing a lot in this video, so yeah, make it a game if you want. Anyway, the philodendron rugosum, we need it. Okay, the next philodendron on my wish list, I've seen people have it, and at first I didn't get the hype, but I guess it's just been popping up more. I've been seeing a lot of newer leaves growing, and the newer leaves come out so beautiful. The philodendron verrucosum. It's got a velvety texture. When they come out, like the venation and the leaf colors, they just pop against each other. It's beautiful. And I recently got the philodendron gloriosum, and just experiencing the velvetiness of that leaf makes me want the verrucosum. The verrucosum also has the red backs. Like, we want it. I need it. It needs to be in my collection. I don't have a leaf like that. So like we need that. We need it. We need it. Okay, so with the theme of red backs, we are going to move on to the next wish list plant, and that is the philodendron subpartatum. It has the elongated leaves like a couple of the philodendrons that I have, like the pink princess or the silver sword, before they mature and get like the lobes. But they have those longer leaves and they have red backs. And from what I can tell, the red stays on the back. So I'm not that interested in plants that kind of like change color as they grow, like the Florida Ghost, comes out like a really minty green and then fades to the darker green, or some of the other philodendrons that have the El Choco Red. it comes out with the red on the backs, but then it eventually fades, or the Macaulay Culkin, or the Prince of Orange, or insert whatever plant it is that does that. I'm not interested in that type of a transitional leaf color. I want that leaf color. So if they had like a plant that had an orange leaf and stayed orange, like I would have had it. But they don't. But the subpartatum keeps the red backs. And I think it would look really pretty next to the silver sword, the pink princess, and a couple of my other plants that I have, the philodendron, Celum lubi. I keep looking at it over there. And just to see all the different colors on the backs and the leaves and how they grow and as they grow up, it would look really good. And I think I'm hesitant, but I really want to make like a living wall, not like where there's stuff like hanging off the wall, but a trellis on the wall and then all the plants growing up the trellis. I think we're going to do that with some of these plants and see all the different leaves and how they intertwine. But I want to grow out my collection a little bit, get them a little bit bigger, maybe take like a propagation for like a little insurance policy before I decide to set that all up. But one of the plants that I desperately need and want on that trellis would be the philodendron subpartatum. It's gonna look beautiful. There's just no doubt about it. It's gonna look good. So we're gonna see what we can do this year and try to obtain that plant. All right, the last plant I have on my wish list is not a hard plant to find, I don't think. It might sell out quickly, but it's the philodendron Rio. So I have the white stripe, I have the variegated, I have the regular green, I have the neon, and I have the cream splash trailing philodendrons. I also have the Brazil. And I need the Rio now. And I feel like that's all of them, right? Are there any others of the trailing philodendron heteroecium types that I'm missing? I don't think so. So I need a Rio to complete that little collection. And I think they all grow really well. I'm looking at them all right here. They're beautiful. They grow really well. They adapt better to like temperature changes than even some of my pothos. My pothos are like right here, and my philodendron trailings are right there. And they're both by windows. And there's like a little heater over here that I had to turn on because it's winter and it's cold. And the pothos definitely took a hit from that heat and the drying up and all of that. But they're gonna bounce back because they're pothos, and they always do. But yeah, the philodendron just they didn't even care. I also have the micans. I'm like looking. I also have the micans. And I just think having all of them next to each other and seeing all the leaves, it's so pretty and it's so cool. And that's another one I would like to like climb up. I'd let the philodendrons climb on my wall. I really would. The pothos, maybe not, because I feel like they drop their leaves a little too easily compared to the philodendrons. And I would just end up with like, you know, a couple of bare vines on my wall and then leaves. But the philodendrons, I think I would let them crawl on the wall. Let me know if you guys have done that and if it ends up getting bare a lot or not. Yeah, let me know. Alrighty guys, so those are my non-Hoya wish list plants for the year of 2023. And we'll see which ones I get, which ones I don't. Let me know in the comments below if you know anybody or any shops that have these plants, or if you have any experience growing these plants, any tips or tricks. And yeah, I guess that's it. Until next time, relax, plants. Peace out.